earbuds, or you're looking for a new TV. I mean, we've got every kind of electronic you can imagine with the biggest names in the industry. So check that out when you have a moment. But we're gonna round out our time together with a thickening foam. I don't think there's many women who would be like, I really wish my hair was thinner. Right now, I don't like it being voluminous and full and rich and healthy looking. This is an incredible Restore Thickening Foam. It's a 2-pack on sale for $28. Typically, this would be about $55, $56, something, or maybe $60 to get the duo. So you're getting this at better than 50% off today. And this is that bodybuilding, conditioning, thickening kind of foam that really gives you, especially if you've got chemically processed hair, you're using excessive heating and styling tools, if you've got dry and damaged hair, this is gonna give you moisture and volume at the same time. It's quite an extraordinary product, Dennis, like all the products you do, but this one is really quite a favorite.
You don't see it that often as well.
Right.
This one has a lot of our ozone oil, so that was the first ingredient. That's what I'm known for. The first one I found back in 1999. It gave me the Indiana Jones, a hair care name back in the day. This ozone oil is from a really special palm that basically survives almost underwater. So again, I look for extremes, and that wasn't the reason why I went. Their name is Chiuri, and that translates to the people of beautiful hair. So that just caught my interest, and at that time, I had a choice: bring the family to Disneyland or go to there. So I lied to the kids. I said it's a new type of like the river ride. it's a new type of Disney. I'd bring them with me. I found out I had to land on a dirt road, middle of nowhere, and paddle down river, looking for people not wearing any hats. And this was my journey. Thank God I videotaped it, because no one would ever believe me. So that's me back in 1999.
Wow.
Yeah, those were the days. And there it is. So that's the palm, all done by hand. This is my first time seeing it, and I was just amazed at the amount of effort that goes into it. And for this small amount of oil, they sit there and they crack that nut, and then they do their extraction process. And it is true, they all have really long, healthy, like it's all tied up because of the smoke. They didn't want their hair to smell. They're bougie.
Look at this.
But it's done by hand, and at the time there was 32 villages, and we created so many full-time jobs, and we're still doing the same. Hurricane shelters, we've rebuilt their schools, because every time there was a hurricane or a storm, their wooden, their homes were just, you could blow and with your own mouth and blow them down. So we gave them stability with that. Even rainwater, we were collecting rainwater. I couldn't have done all that if it wasn't for all of you. So in return, they trust us, and basically they give, I call it the good stuff. And does it work? I wouldn't have survived 20 years. That taught me everything about, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and use the entire thing. Whereas a lot of people make the mistake with a tree that has a nut on it, they'll use the nut. We'll extract everything from it, and do soil samples at the same time to see what's happening. And we were taught by them. That's why it's these ingredients, they call it their key ingredients. They survive for hundreds of thousands, like from day one. It's their staple. They don't have a drugstore. Right. They don't have QVC. They're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, So that's what we look for. This foam has that. So when you're dispensing it, it's not like, that's why we always say, I'm not like anyone else. So that's going to treat it, because most volumizers tend to damage hair. They open up the cuticle. It's the easiest and most cost-effective for them by opening the cuticle and giving you the illusion, because it just gives your hair more grip. But your hair now is at a state where it could break, and that's why you tend to see more hair in the brush, hair in the drain. This is a wearable treatment. It has holes, but more of a bond. So it creates a bond when you use it. You can use it with your curling iron. You can use it with flat iron. You can use it with phenomenal Velcro rollers. As a set, this is our secret weapon. This is what can give us, basically hair that is big, but defined, but long-lasting. It'll last a day. Because what I said, with us, when the hair's healthy, your hair holds shape longer. So now you're seeing women from Great Britain. Their hair texture is so different to North America. They're a lot finer, a lot more delicate, their hair. So again, and that's why it's not about volume, it's about breakage. Like their hair breaks a lot easier, and they also fight with frizz. So that's why, to me, that's like extreme. Florida, there's a lot of humidity.
Truly.
But it's not always, like it's up and down. There, it's always wet. It's never
I
sunny.
think that's a great point though, because this is almost like a weightless volume. It doesn't have buildup, it doesn't create a stickiness. I mean, and it really, if you put this on clean, dry hair, I mean, you can really create the perfect blowout, just like what you're seeing here. It's amazing what a great product can do, yet it's still, as you can see, it's just easy. It's like a soft memory volume, and it's really manageable at the same time. So you're getting two at less than the price of what one is. So it's another example of a great show. It's item 685630. Looking at the Restore Thickening Cream. This is kind of one of the OGs of the product line from dating way back in the 90s.
Yeah, that goes way back, but now obviously it's been enhanced and manipulated. Back then it was one ingredient. It's not that anymore. But speaking of that, there's a few that I can't get. They're on shortage. So when we're out of the quantity that we have, I don't think we have anything left in the warehouse either. We don't keep a lot. When it's gone, it's going to be gone for I can't even tell you how long. I'll probably have to create a new one. That's how long. So that's why we're doing what we're doing today on a few of these items. That this is the world we live in now. It's not as simple. It was never simple, but it's nowhere near as easy. And things pop up all the time that we're dealing. So if you see something disappear, it's not that we don't want to do it. I just can't. Yeah, that's the price I pay for being, and that's why there's not a lot of companies that do what I'm doing, because they can't make a million of them, right? Or I always looked at that as, I don't care. I'm about bringing you the best I possibly can my way. This is now our way. With Amanda, she's been a huge help. She keeps me youthful and what women want, right? And what you guys need as well. Not just from the ingredient side, but just from emotionally to support, giving you that confidence. That is the key. So a finishing product like this that can hold through humidity, keep its hold, plays a huge role in your confidence, because you leave the door, you know that, okay, my hair's check.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. It's very emotional to feel good about yourself versus the opposite. I tend to look to the positive versus the negative, and so jump in and treat your hair and your body to this line. It's tweaked by nature, clean beauty.